This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you. And by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We've got exciting high school football action for you tonight. Bringing you the Lake City Beal City game here at the Lake City Athletic Complex in beautiful Lake City, Michigan. I am Jeff Castillo, and my partner tonight is Mr. Mike Redmond, providing color commentary. Mike, got a pretty good game on our hands tonight. Tight, 7-0.
Yeah,
Not sure that we were expecting a 7-0 game, but that's exactly what we're getting here.
Yeah, it's Beal City. As we know, they didn't come in to lay down. They're here to play.
Right.
And they're both good teams. So you can see that on the scoreboard. It's going to be, you're going to have to really earn it tonight, it would appear.
Yeah, absolutely. And, at 7-0, it's anybody's game. So It's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments the coaches are going to be making here at halftime. Lake City's probably trying to make a little bit more adjustments than anything. They haven't been able to get much offense rolling. Beal City has had some offense. They've had two long drives, one that ended in a touchdown. The other one just fell a little bit short with a nice stop by the Lake City defense. But good, solid game so far. Been a few penalties, a good mix of running and passing and blocking and everything. So it's everything we've hoped it was going to be so far, other than a little bit more scoring. But, that's not a bad thing.
Absolutely.
But, and I just, since we have time, I'd like to just mention just a couple facts about some history of the Beal City Aggies. We've already mentioned that since 1975 they have had a string of 34 playoff appearances, which is most in the Michigan High School Athletic Association football divisions all time. They are two-time state champions. They were state champions back in 1994. They beat Harbor Beach, I believe it was, or no. Yeah, that was in 2009. They beat Harbor Beach in 2009, but they were also state champions in 1994. They have been 5-time state runner-up. So they were down to the finals, another 5 times beyond that, and just fell short. So they've been in the finals 3 of the last 8 years. 2012 lost to Harbor Beach, and 2013 lost to Muskegon Catholic Central. And, Muskegon Catholic Central's kind of been a nemesis for them. They've knocked them out of the playoffs here about 2 or 3 of the last years. So, it's a nice storied program, the Beal City football program.
Yeah, absolutely. And that feeds into tonight, this being a big Highland battle with, conference championship really on the field tonight. I mean, it's out there. Right. And if you're Lake City, you're going against a team that has that experience of winning right on into the playoffs.
Yep.
So it's a big game for both teams. We know that, but they're both undefeated in the conference, and great first half.
And it's like I say, the winner of tonight's game is going to control their own destiny as far as the conference championship goes. I mean, if whoever takes this game, if they can keep winning, they're in control.
Puts them in the driver's seat, so to speak.
I think this is going to be one of the biggest challenges here in the conference is this game tonight. So it's no wonder we've been looking forward to it like we have.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. So, and next week looks like where are we at next week with our broadcast, Mike?
Next week it looks like we're going to be McBain and at Manton, and that'll be Mr. Dan Gussert. And Lake City at Pine River, which would be Mr. Bill Dooley next week. Am I getting that right?
No, I don't think so.
I'm missing that.
Next week week is the 29th.
Yep.
So it's McBain at Manton.
Yep. And Lake City at Pine River.
Okay.
And we also have another truck broadcasting the game, getting the game for tomorrow, and that is McBain at Pine River, and I believe Mr. Dan Gussert is over there.
Okay.
So
that's Mr. Gussert's game tonight.
Could be a good game as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, I've had the chance to see McBain here a couple weeks ago. Have not seen Pine River yet this year. They had an outstanding year last year, winning the Highland Conference. I think they lost a lot of seniors and everything, and they were good in football and basketball. They had a really good class of athletes there, that senior class. So, but I wouldn't count them out. You know, they're a good,
No.
solid program.
Yep.
And they're going to have their nose right in the thick of things, no doubt about it.
These are great games. Great to be involved with this. But one of the really important parts of it is our sponsors for these games. And tonight we are presented by Wolverine Power Cooperative, Great Lakes Energy, and Munson Healthcare, Cadillac Rehab Services, Cadillac Tire, Napple with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, LC Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, Bowman and Rogers, Lake City Miniature Golf, Miller's Corner.
Okay, so thanks again to our sponsors for bringing us our broadcast tonight. And if you want an opportunity to promote your business.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing to be involved with, and you can contact the My News 26 sales team at 231-577-1844 or email sales@mynews26.com to learn more.
Okay, thank you, Mike. So it looks like Lake City is going to be kicking off to Beal City here. That is number 50 for the Trojans. Walker Herrick setting up the ball and ready to do the kicking. Looks like Beal City has got one person back all the way, looks like about on the 6-yard line, and the punt or the kickoff is up and away. And he's fielded at the 7, drops it momentarily, picks it up. He's looking for room to run, heads up the middle, and looks like he is brought down just over the 25-yard line to the 27. So a nice return.
Number 5, Colin Shar on the return for the Aggies.
Okay, so a nice return for him. We've called his name a number of times tonight.
Like number 32, David Greenfield for Lake City, involved in getting him held up.
All right, so Beal City is going to start that drive out at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. They come out in the full house formation. Lucas Shoemaker looking over the defense, takes a snap, hands it off. That looks like 3. Nate Wilson working his way around the left side. He gets around the corner. Johnny Feller there, and if Johnny Feller hadn't have made that tackle, I think Nate Wilson would have been marching towards the end zone and still running as we speak. So he was the last guy there. So a nice tackle by Johnny Feller. 1st down, and that ball goes all the way out to the 47-yard line.
Outstanding stiff arm by Nate Wilson there to get himself out into the open field.
Yeah, he got all around there quick.
He's fast.
Got that corner. Yes, he is.
He is fast.
All right, so that is a 1st down for the Aggies, just inside their side of the 50-yard line at the 47. They're going to stay in their T formation. Takes a snap, hands it off to Wilson again. Wilson around the left side, looked like the same play. And we've got a penalty flag down. Looks like it's in the old holding area.
Yeah.
Can't be for sure, but a lot of times when they're dropped in that particular part of the field, that's what it's going to end up. So let's see what the officials have to say here. And it is a holding.
Wilson had some really nice lead blocking around that left side, but back at the line of scrimmage, that's where the hold looks like occurred.
All right, so it's been a nice job by the officiating crew so far. That crew is led by Mr. Tim Leiter.
Tim Leiter and crew, it looks like, Mr. Costello, for the moment.
for the moment, that's exactly what it is. Okay. So that is going to march the Aggies back. There we go. Yeah, we've got Tim Leiter as the head ref tonight. Keith Lavelle is the umpire. David Scott is the head linesman. Jerome Jones is the line judge. Matt Miller is the back judge. So here comes Beal City, starting 1st and looks like about 1st and 23 or so.
Quick dive right up the center.
Yep, they got a few of those back, but they still have, looks to be about a 2nd and 18 from their 39-yard line. So nice stop by Lake City. I'm sure they would like to stop them here before Beal City can do any more damage. Beal City's already leading this at 7-0. There's 10:36 left in the first half. Ball is given to Nate Wilson. Wilson working away around his left side again. That seems to be the pattern for Beal City as they come out here in the second half, as they've gone that way on quite a few carries.
Number 50, Walker Herrick. Nice tackle. You could hear the pads from up here, and that's the other side of the field. Really.
Okay, and unfortunately we do have a player down from the Beal City team. So the coaches and trainers have come out to give him some attention. And as we look ahead towards next week, Lake City is going to be visiting over to Pine River for another Highland Conference matchup. And Everett is going to be visiting Beal City. So got a couple key matchups next week. We're going to see which one of those teams goes into next week's play undefeated in the Highland Conference anyway.
Yeah, just hearing the names of the teams that play in the Highland, and it just sounds like good games every time we talk about who's going to play who when it comes to the Highland.
Yeah, I think it is one of the best conferences here in northern Michigan. No doubt about it. It's tough year in and year out. Certainly never a cakewalk. Obviously, Beal City has dominated throughout the years with as many times as they've gotten to the playoffs and everything. But it's anybody's conference at this point.
Yep, hearing the scores on the news does not do it justice to come and actually watching some of these teams play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it looks like the players have regrouped here, and we are ready. Beal City has a third and about 13. They are on their own 44-yard line.
Be a good big stop for Lake City here to start the second half.
Oh, absolutely. Beal City's been pretty good on third down tonight.
They have.
So let's see what happens here. Shoemaker's got a couple split outs. Takes center for under snap, pitches it out to, can't see the number on that, but Lake City is all over it. He was going nowhere. That looked like number 5, Nate Shar, excuse me.
Johnny Feller handled that one solo. Good tackle by Johnny.
All right. He's had his name mentioned a few times tonight.
Yeah, he's really getting off the ball on the defensive side.
Okay, and we've got another holding call against Beal City. Now this time it's going to be declined by the Trojans, so that is going to bring up a 4th and about 14, which appears to be that it's going to force Beal City to punt. So number 16, Zach Noren, is making his way back to field the punt.
Almost doesn't feel like we quite have the same amount of wind that we were dealing with in the first half there. It's died some.
And I believe this is Beal City's second punt attempt. The first time they did a fake, he did get a good punt off. Boy, they got a really good bounce. That ball's bouncing all the way down to, looks to be about the 12-yard line of Lake City. So that is going to put them in a little bit of a hole. So very nice punt. I did not catch the number from that punter. Might have been 55 again, which was Brett Upton.
Yeah, a couple of good things there. They didn't have to deal with Noren trying to run it back.
Right.
And it just went into a good spot and rolled.
I'm sure that was part of the strategy there. Zach is a very good open field runner, and when you can keep his open field touches to a minimum, that's going to be to your advantage. Okay, so Lake City takes over at their own 12-yard line. They've got a lot of distance to travel here to get into the end zone. That is handed off up the middle. Nice play. Zach Noren has got some room to run. He's still on his feet past the 40 all the way to the 45 and out to the 47-yard line. So just like that, the Trojans have gotten out of a deep hole in their own end and close to midfield. Nice run by Zach Noren, number 16.
Yeah, I'd say one of the best parts of that run was watching him cover the football when he started to have tacklers near him.
Yeah,
he already knew he had a bunch of yards earned. Let's not lose them.
Yep.
That's a coaching video right there, just to have kids watch and get all excited, get in the open field, and you start getting loose with the ball, and it's all for nothing.
Oh,
so
yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Okay, so nice run by Zach Noren. He's had a number of those this year. He's been a big responsibility of that 42-point average that Lake City's carried into this game. All right, so Lake City starts camp here at their 47-yard line, 1st and 10. That is Matt Holt back at quarterback again, so he had a little downtime there in the first half, but he has come back for the second half, hands it off, and he gets a nice run out to about the 50-yard line, a gain of a couple. That is going to bring up 2nd and about 8 right at midfield.
Yeah, I think you said after the first 2 games, Zach had 9 touchdowns, and so he's racked up some more since then.
Oh, absolutely. We've lost count.
Yep.
But he's got a bunch, so he's having a heck of a year.
Fun runner to watch.
Good for him. Having a great senior year. Okay. So here come the Trojans, about 2nd and 8. Holt is in the shotgun, fakes it to Noren. He's passing the ball. He's got number 1. Nice reception all the way down to about the 13-yard line before Devin Davis is brought down by the Beal City defenders. And we'd like to take another look at that if we can. Beautiful play, right up the middle. All right, so it doesn't look like we are going to be able to take another look at that. But that ends up being about a 32-yard reception for Devin Davis. So Holt to Devin Davis on that play, and Lake City's got some momentum going here. 1st and 10 from their own 13. Takes a snap, gives to Noren. Noren might have got back to the line of scrimmage, hit pretty hard in there. Just really tough to see a number in there by the Beal City defenders.
Yeah, they're shadowing now on top of those hard-to-see numbers,
So we apologize. We're not going to be able to bring you some of those numbers, but you can see for yourself. Okay. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 9. Noren was able to get 1 on that play. Holt takes a snap, looking to pass. He's got Noren out in the flat. Noren still battling for yardage, gets all the way up to the, looks to be about the 6-yard line. He kept his feet dragging. He was actually dragging 2 Beal City defenders. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 for the Trojans. We've got 6:54 left in this 3rd quarter as the Lake City Trojans are showing some offensive life. Probably the best offensive life of the night for them as they're trying to tie this game up at 7-7. Okay, Holt brings in the play. They are staying in their spread offense. Noren in the backfield. Holt takes the snap from the shotgun, hands it off to Noren. Noren's got some room to run. He's looking for the outside, makes a cut, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake City Trojans. Nice run by Zach Noren. Okay, so we would like to take another look at that as Zach Noren takes the ball into the end zone. Picked up some nice blocks up there and into the end zone. So that livened up the crowd for sure. And it looks like Lake City is going to come out for the kick for the 1-point conversion. That is number 50, Walker Herrick. Looks like he's putting a special boot on. Looking to tie the game at 7. Snap is back. Herrick's up. And the signal is good.
Never a distance thing when we see him put that boot on. It's just whether or not he can put it in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So with 6:25 left in the 3rd quarter, Lake City has marched down the field. They started that drive at their 12-yard line, I believe it was, and put it into the end zone. So we've got Lake City Trojans 7 and Beal City 7. How about that, Mike?
That's more their style. You know, that long drive didn't take long, and that's, I think, how they run best is they get it up the field in short order and put it in the end zone.
Okay, so we've got a ball game.
Handed it to Zach. I run through tacklers Noren, and he went.
Yeah, exactly.
He's so hard to tackle.
Yeah, he is.
So hard.
Boy, he sees the field so well, you know. I mean, he doesn't just get the ball and run. He's running and looking at the same time.
Yeah.
And kind of seeing, playing where his blockers are and looking for some empty space to run. So nice run by Zach Noren. He had a couple nice runs and receptions on that drive. Okay, so number 50, Walker Herrick, looking to kick off to the Aggies. And there it is. He's got a nice kick all the way down to it. Bounces at the 5-yard line, taken at the goal line, but he stepped in just inside, so it's going to be a touchback. So that will make the Beal City Aggies start their drive at the 20-yard line. So, and that's, that's a good weapon to have when you can kick the ball all the way to the end zone, because that takes away the run back.
Yep, he's very legitimate as far as the distance goes.
No doubt about it.
He's fun to watch kick.
All right, so, and, Beal City started a number of their drives close to the 20-yard line here. They, Lake City has put them back where it made them go the long distance, but they've been up to the task. Yeah,
they played with confidence so far tonight.
Okay, so Lucas Shoemaker takes the snap, hands it off. That looks like I think that's number 5, Colin Shar, but it's hard to tell. No, it looked like number 6. That was Brendan Shaner. Looks like he got about 5 on that play, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 from the Aggie 25-yard line. We are just under 6 minutes left in this exciting third quarter. Lake City has just tied the game 7-7. So let's see how Beal City reacts here. Lucas Shoemaker takes a snap, makes a couple fakes. Lake City is all over that, and not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. If he did, not much passed.
No, they had it covered. Lake City was fully in control on that play.
Okay, so that is going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Nice defensive stop by the Trojan defense. They seem to be fired up here as the offense was able to get down and get some points, and so now it's going to be their turn.
That's like a 12th man has entered the field here.
So we've got a battle here tonight.
Yep.
Just what we wanted.
Yeah, the Aggies want to talk things over.
So yeah, the Aggies are going to talk things over, and they've taken a couple timeouts on these plays before, these long down, 3rd down conversions. So let's see what happens. But Mike, how about our sponsors tonight? Let's give them a shout.
Absolutely. Our broadcast is presented by Wolverine Power Cooperative, Great Lakes Energy, and Munson Healthcare, Cadillac Rehab Services. Our sponsor list here includes Cadillac Tire, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, LC Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, Bowman and Rogers, Lake City Miniature Golf, and Miller's Corner.
All right. Thank you very much, sponsors.
Yeah, and we always encourage more sponsorships, and if you'd like to get involved and have your business be also get promoted during our broadcast, all games air on MI News My News 26, Charter Cable 13, and Ascentec Channel 5. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. Charter 789 HD.
Yep, 789
if I caught
HD.
that one or not. Here they go.
Okay, so we got 3rd and 9 for the Beal City Aggies at their own 20-yard line. He rolls out to pass. Shoemaker's got a couple receivers out there. He's going long. He's got number 5. That's Shar. Shar is out in the open. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He is into the end zone. Wow.
Yes.
And that is a stunned Lake City crowd. 3rd and 9 from their own 20. And they connect on a close to 80-yard touchdown. Beal City.
He got out in the open. He made the catch.
Yeah, and the quarterback was patient. He wasn't open right away, and he just, waited, let it develop, let him get out into the open, and sure enough, he snuck past the defenders and put 6 up on the board. Okay, so let's take a look at that again. He rolls out to the left, and it's hard to roll to the left and throw to the right, and Shar just kept running. Got out into the open, and he was gone. Not even the speediest of defensive backs could catch him. So the extra point is good. That puts Beal City up at 14-7. And boy, Mike, they just answered right back. Big 3rd and 9 play.
Haymaker for haymaker there, so to speak. I mean, it just number 10 for Lake City Waylon Ising, I think he lost his footing chasing after him. I think he had a chance on him, but he stumbled not going for the tackle, but something happened, and I think he had a shot at him, but it didn't work once the stumble happened.
Yeah, and that's all Colin Shar needed
to
get into the end zone. So quieted the crowd right down to nothing, didn't it?
Yeah, that's
okay. Big play by Beal City, and they have made a number of third and longs tonight. I mean, that's they don't panic.
Well, they call a timeout.
They've taken a couple timeouts, talked it over, had a good game plan, and boy, they've really ended up converting on some of those. And certainly for this one, biggest third down conversion of the night for a 80-yard score.
Execution at its best there, as far as calling the timeout and come out and produce.
Okay, so the kickoff all the way down to the 5-yard line. That is fielded by Lake City. Number 32, David Greenfield. He is all the way over across the 30-yard line and brought down at about the 31.
Number 66, Nate Reel on the tackle for the Aggies.
Okay, so nice return there for David Greenfield. So Lake City is going to start this drive at their own 31-yard line. All right, they come out in their spread offense. Holt in there at quarterback. He's got Zach Noren in the backfield with him as he lines up in the shotgun. Hands it off to Noren. Noren's looking for room around the left side. Nothing there. And he is brought down quickly by number 58. Looked like Paxton Garrett on the tackle for the Aggies.
Yeah, he tried to follow his blockers, or just wasn't there.
All right, so that is going to bring up about a 2nd and 10 as he was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. All right, Holt looks over the defense there in their spread offense again. Noren in the backfield takes the fake this time. Holt's got number 1. He's got him over the 50-yard line all the way down to the 47. That's Devin Davis on the reception. First down, Lake City.
That's the third time at least we've seen that play tonight, or something real similar.
Yeah, and it keeps working, so I think they're probably going to keep going back to it. So a nice catch by Devin Davis and a nice throw by Holt.
Throws a nice ball.
So Lake City marching right back and trying to answer Beal City's strike. We've got 3:52 left in the third quarter. Trojans just inside Aggie territory at about the 47-yard line. First down, Holt takes it, passes. He's got number 20. That's Jacob Ball. Reception and into the end zone for a touchdown, and Lake City answers right back. We're certainly going to want to look at that one again. Holt takes the ball, lets it develop, throws a perfect strike, and hits Jacob Ball right in stride, and Ball makes the over-the-head reception into the end zone. That makes it 14-13, and Lake City is going to, looks like, attempt the extra point kick again. So as, excuse me, as Walker Herrick gets his shoe replaced here, and it's up. And it is good. So the Trojans have come right back at 3:39 left in the third quarter and tied it 14-14. And boy, this is a tale of two halves here. This wasn't anything like the first half, was it, Mike?
It's really changed in the things. There's a lot more energy in the stadium now. Number 65 for Lake City, Nathaniel Knapp, Nate Knapp. Wow. Great blocking on that play to give his quarterback time. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 different Aggies that he just would seal one off, then he'd seal the next one off.
Okay, and Holt definitely took advantage of the time as he threw a bullet to Jacob Ball, and I tell you what, that was not an easy catch.
No, it wasn't.
Because he had to look over his shoulder and keep his arms extended because he threw it right in stride. Great pass and catch for a touchdown, tying this game up at 14. So it has opened up a little bit here in the third quarter.
Getting their money's worth.
Absolutely, boy, and we got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
All right. So the crowd is alive now. All right, so Herrick looks to kick. He did end up getting the last one into the end zone. Let's see what he's got here. All right, another big kick. This one squibbing to the side just a little bit. Bounces at the 10. Picked up at about the 10-yard line. Going out to just short of the 25-yard line, maybe out to the 24, and that was, Colin Shar on the return. So Beal City will start this drive just short of the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
I believe Johnny Feller made the tackle. It was kind of hard. It was kind of a succession of guys slowing him up and tripping him, and I think Feller finally got him tackled.
All right, and good special teams play by the Lake City Trojans tonight. That, on these kickoffs and punts and different things, they have not allowed Beal City to get big returns. Beal City's had to go the long distance.
Yeah.
So they are in their spread offense. He takes the snap from the shotgun. He's got a player picked off. Out in the flat, that is number 44, Johnny Feller. And the ball goes over to Lake City. And boy, Shoemaker, I think as soon as he let it go, he knew he made a mistake.
Feller must have been playing possum, because when he got up from that tackle, he was acting a little gimpy, but he looked like he was both guns ablazing there on that play.
All right, well, he was definitely watching Lucas Shoemaker's eyes there and read that play, made a move on it, and got the interception. So Lake City is in business here. They're at their own they're at Beal City's 18-yard line, so they will start their drive from there. Short field to work with. Matt Holt takes a snap, fakes it to Noren, runs up the middle, maybe a 3 on the play. Might be just short of the 15-yard line. Almost looked like a broken play there, but he was running for room up the middle. Was able to get a few, so that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line for Lake City. We have 3:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. Lake City looking to get ahead for the first time in the game. No, he didn't fake it. He gave it to Noren. Noren's looking for room to run. Spun out of one tackle. Got up across the 10-yard line. Close to a first down. We'll have to see where the ball is spotted by the officiating crew. And it looks like it is going to be just a little bit short, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Trojans on their own, or on the 9-yard line of the Aggies.
As far as a short run, that was very exciting. That was exciting.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so let's see what they've got on 3rd and 1 here. Holt takes a snap from the shotgun, hands it off to Noren. Oh, he is met. He hands it back out to Holt, and the ball ends up coming out, but I'm pretty sure it had already hit the ground, so Lake City is going to take a bit of a loss on that, and that is going to march them back close to the original line of scrimmage, all the way back out to about the 17-yard line.
Big stop by the Aggies there.
Yeah, they were right there up the middle. They were going nowhere on that one. And boy, Lake City got a little tricky there when Zach tried to dish it off to Holt. Good thing he was paying attention and was able to rack that ball in. Okay, so 4th and about 8 for the Trojans. Let's see what they've got. Fakes the hands off to Noren. He's going in the air. He's got somebody there. That is a good reception as we see the touchdown signal from the refs. And Lake City has put it into the end zone for a touchdown. Still trying to see a number on that. We'll take a look at that again if we can.
Number 10, Waylon Eisen.
All right, we are not going to be able to bring that to you again. Mike, did you see the number on that?
Yep, number 10, Waylon Eisen.
Okay,
made a whale of a catch in the corner of the end zone.
So nice catch by Waylon Eisen on a 4th down and 8 for the Trojans. They have gone ahead for the first time tonight, looking to add to that with the extra point, and it is a little bit low, and it is no good. So Lake City gets it in the end zone and takes a 20-14 lead. We still have 1:46 left here in this exciting 3rd quarter, and this 3rd quarter has been nothing like the 1st and 2nd quarter, Mike.
No,
wow.
It kind of started, the second half started in a similar fashion, but at 6:25 in the 3rd, I mean, the floodgates opened.
Oh, it's been just back and forth, both teams answering each other since then.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets.
Okay. So we've got some great action here in the third quarter, and I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but it certainly changed things up out on the field. Okay, so we have got a ball game here. This is what we were probably hoping for, with the Aggies and Trojans fighting for the Highland Conference lead as both come into this game at 2-0 in the conference. Lake City undefeated. Beal City with just the one loss to Clare so far this year. All right, and the players are trying to get the fans fired up and going.
If they're not fired up at this point, they're never going to be.
Oh boy, they're trying to keep the momentum up.
Good stuff.
Okay, here comes Walker Herrick. He's got the big shoe. He gets it down over to, okay, and we're going to have a stoppage of play here. Not sure that I see a flag, but maybe they weren't quite ready just yet. All right, so we're going to try that again.
This looks like they want to keep it out of number 3's hands on the Beal City side. Kicked it way to the right there.
Okay, so why don't we
give
a shout out to our crew here that's bringing you this broadcast tonight.
Keeping everything going like it's supposed to is our director, Eric Lutilla. Replaying graphics, Kaylee Buck. Our cameras, we have Rain Johnson-Hill, Joe A10, and Cameron Maitland.
Okay, so here is the re-quick. We got a little squib kick, hard to handle. It's still bouncing on the ground. Beal City, I believe, end up jumping on it before it got too far, as the Lake City defenders were nearing in on it. And looks like it's going to be a Beal City ball at about the 32-yard line, where they will start their drive with 1:46 here in the third quarter.
Lake City didn't want to risk the run back there. I mean, we know that Herrick can kick it way further than that when he wants to.
Right. All right, so not bad field position. Some of the best field position that Beal's had tonight from the opening drive. Okay, so this is Lucas Shoemaker taking the snap. He hands it off and met by number 54 immediately. Miles McLeod says, "Hello, you are going nowhere." Not sure if that's the first time he's introduced himself to him tonight or what, but that was a nice big stick, and it turned out to be about a good 2-yard loss.
Yeah, he introduced himself behind the line of scrimmage when he decided to do it.
Not a better spot to do that. Okay, so that is going to bring up a 2nd and about 12 for the Aggies. Brings them back just inside their 30-yard line. And they're in their full house formation. Little fake handoff. He passes. He's got Colin Shar up there. I believe that's number 5, Colin Shar, but I can't be sure. Boy, it's really getting hard to see over on that side of the field. Just off his hands, incomplete. So that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 12 for the Aggies. So 3rd and long again, Mike. Well, you saw what happened last time.
Yeah.
This is a 3rd and 12.
Converted.
They converted on a 3rd and 9 for about an 80-yard score. Let's see what they've going to bring to the table this time. There is 1 minute left in this exciting third quarter. We are at the Lake City Athletic Complex in beautiful Lake City, Michigan, and we've got a dandy on our hands tonight. Okay, spread offense for the Aggies. Shoemaker takes a snap, hands it off. Lake City is right there, but he still is able to get out to the 35-yard line. Not enough for the first down, as it's going to be short by about 7 yards. That is going to bring up a 4th down. So it looks like it is going to be a punting situation for the Aggies. Not sure that they would go for it here. That is Zach Noring placing himself back for the punt return. As the clock ticks down, he takes a snap, gets the kickoff. Not a real good kick. It looks like it is going towards the sideline and then bounce back towards the middle, just past the 40-yard line out to Lake City's 38-yard line. So not bad field position. I'm sure they would have rather had the ball in Zach Noren's hands on that punt, but Beal City wants nothing to do with that.
Yep. It's Could be for the best. It doesn't look like a long punt, but it might be all right.
That's good strategy.
All right.
I'd probably be doing the same thing. I wouldn't want to kick it to Zach the way he runs the ball. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Lake City is going to take over at their own 39-yard line. Holt in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to pass the ball. Rolls out to the right. He's got a receiver open. That is number 12, Wyatt Bisball, out in the flat on the right side. Gets all the way out to about the 45-yard line, maybe just short. And the time has run out in the third quarter. So we have got an exciting game here in Lake City. We've got Lake City Trojans 20 and the Beal City Aggies 14. We are 26 Sports and CCTV. We are watching third quarter action, and we're going to take a break and be back for exciting fourth quarter action.